Oh. G'day guys, just in a mine here. Thought I'd go in a little bit and see what it was like. So I didn't get the video from the start, but look at all this quartz right here. And it goes, they've dug on an angle. As again, it's always handmade, these. Nice bit of quartz over there. Don't know how good you guys you can see that. A bit better. Nice bit going up along there, all the way down. And you've got this crazy fucker going down in there. It's only a little one, nice bit here. And I would say that's probably about a foot wide, this quartz. And it just runs all the way down into there. And I forgot to say I'm here today with B. He took me to this mine that he used on his app. You pay $30 for. What's it called?
Gold Mine Victoria or something.
Gold Mine Victoria. And it's an app you can most likely be able to get on iTunes or Google Play. But this is just all the quartz. It's just running all the way up. You can just see massive line. I don't know if you can just see all shiny bits everywhere. There's a little bit of a crevice down in there. Another little bit in there. I'd say, what do you reckon, any of this collapsed or been pushed in as a backfill? Or as is B, do you reckon?
No, a lot of it's backfill.
So yeah, this will most likely be backfill. And B's doing his mining. Trying to get down. Just landing on the gun then. Apparently has a seat. And that might be better for you guys to see. He's down there. I also use a red light as well, guys, just to show me anything I'm missing by the white light or the LED. Just using a spotlight. It's better than, well, I found it better to be held, not as heavy as my LED lenser. I more use that for other stuff. It's just this big bulky one that I attach to my belt. But this little one, it's just good little handheld torch. Can't complain. Don't know if you guys can see what. I'll try and zoom in for you guys. So I don't want to go down there where B is because he's crazy fucker. So this was, guys, on my last video, I was telling you about one of my mates scaling that wall over a shaft. That's him there. And as you can see, what he's hanging over now, it's not too bad where he is. But if you did slip, you're going to know about it. My camera keeps losing focus, guys, because it's just all these torches. It's trying to adjust. It's not liking it. Did you find any gold in them rocks?
Yeah.
See, so that's what they're after, guys. As you can see what B was doing. Got to get up so I don't fall down here. Oh, and we've just brought this as well, guys, just because there's wild dogs out here in Victoria and there's quite a lot of them. So they hunt in packs and they're not very nice. These dogs, it's going down there more. And also in that last video, guys, how I was warning you about ticks. I ended up having one on the back of my head. It was under my hat. I didn't notice it until I was showering and felt this tiny little lump. And yeah, it ended up being a tick. So that was good fun. But you've got to be careful with ticks, guys, because they give you Lyme disease. I think all up there's 70 different types of species of ticks. We have, I think it's the brown tick and the deer tick, which they're tiny in winter, and summer is when they're bigger. And they're just pests. So you can get repellent and all that. Which, yeah, I do recommend, so you don't get them. Because they can also cause paralysis. I struggled saying that then. But they can be quite serious, so make sure you check your groin, under your arms, back of your head. I'm trying to think where else. Back of your knees, inner arms. They will bite you over your body, but they more try stick to the real soft, warm, moist spots of your body. So they are hard to locate. So when you get them, pinch the area that they're biting, wrap a bit of string around it or cotton, and just pull it out very slowly, because you want the head attached. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if it has a head, but it still can cause problems. But it will eventually grow out. But the best way to kill the ticks is you just burn them off. Don't recommend burning them off you, because yeah, you can end up with problems with that as well. But mostly it's always good just to get someone else to do it, or give you a check over, or if you're worried, go to see your local medical centre or GP and see your doctors. And yeah, you can be prescribed antibiotics for it, but it's always best if you try get it off. Like, you can use wart off to get them off. Yeah, you can use, I think the way mine might have came off is I was having a real hot shower, and because your head's closest to the shower tap, I don't think I liked it. But always be careful where you're looking, guys. So you can see all this is done by hand. It's all little weird spots. A nice bit of quartz. But if I've come along any shafts that I don't really want to get close to, I can just put it on my selfie stick and try send you guys down. I also have a waterproof camera because it's winter here at the moment, so it's been -2 degrees, if not colder. So as soon as that, I'll also be having a diving videos of looking for gold, or just diving in general, and testing out a couple of new scuba things. I was having a look at the shark snorkel mask, or the ninja snorkel mask, to see how that works. I have seen other people do reviews on them, and they are good because you can actually talk with them, but I'll personally let you know how that goes, because I want to be able to do videos where I can talk, but then there's going to be times where I'll I'll be test trying a mini scuba tank to see how they go. They use for either beginners or pretty much almost anyone. They're just good little tanks. So I'll be doing a review of them as well. And this bastard keeps going deeper down there.
Look at the gold.
Because there's gold. That's why it's going deeper, guys.
Gotta risk it to get a biscuit.
So yeah, like you said, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. But obviously, if you're worried about your lives, don't do it. He's just a nutter and does crazy shit. But a lot of the miners back in the day, you would have heard on the news, even, I don't know, I'd say a couple of years ago in the 2000s to 1990s and all that, miners getting trapped in mines and all that. It does happen. It's just the earth is constantly moving, so the earth is always shifting, and it's very unpredictable. Sorry guys, I'm just getting a taste of dirt in my mouth. But in other mines, you will get different smells and tastes. I do recommend having an oxygen meter as well, so you know what you're going into. Also wear a helmet, boots and gloves. And also to prevent you getting ticks, I know it's not very fashionable, but I recommend tucking your pants into your socks, wearing light coloured clothing so the ticks can be seen. And I think that's all I can provide you for now. Just got to be careful where I step because I don't want to send any rocks down to be there. So you've always got to watch out for others that you're with. And it's always best to let someone know where you are as well, or share your location before entering if you know it's not going to have any reception out there. It's all unpredictable. Like you see how big the quartz is. Oh, guys, I'll try. So that's my hand against the quartz. So it's quite a decent size. But you can tell, you can hear B down there. He's lightly tapping away. So he's not being destructive. He's being cautious on what he's doing, which is what you always want to make sure you're doing. And it's always good to look back. Always check your back when you're walking through the bush. When you're in mines, always watch your back as well. Watch your other people's backs that you're with. It's all teamwork in the end. And you can tell one person wouldn't have done this. This would have been many, many people. And it's just, they're crazy. We're up here in Buckland, Victoria. I can give you a little bit of information about Buckland. There once was, so in the gold mining era, there was I would say 2,000 Chinese and 700 Europeans, and they're all mining here. And a couple of the miners, the altercation with them was all fueled by alcohol, and I think it was led by alcohol fueled American, I think it was. But they were over here mining, and they pretty much they stole from the Chinese. What else? Stole from the Chinese. I'm pretty sure they assaulted them as well, and then they ran them across the river. And then later on, in the jury, I think I think they ended up getting not charged because of the thing. It was I would say the city, or I can't remember. I'm not too sure, but it was a little group of people, and they just applauded them, so they ended up getting not charged. And then the newspaper ended up disagreeing with what the jury done. And then after all that was done, the Chinese were invited back, but only 50 or so did. And that was the Buckland Valley riot, which is probably, I would say, just over 20 kilometres out of Bright, up in the bush. It's just crazy how big these things are and how they're made. Because they're made all differently. You can just see all the little marks. It pretty much looks like someone would have just came here and just went crazy pretty much. Yeah, there's a lot of water in these mines, so it will be slippy. I don't know how he's going to get back up, guys. Oh yeah, he's got little ways. But be careful where you put yourselves and climb too, guys, because the ground will be unstable. Because I've been here for God knows how long. So you can see all the moist wall there, dripping and running down. I think it's coming from, it looks like it's coming from. Looks like it's coming from there, because you see that darker coloration compared to up here where it's more dry. Oh yeah, a bit of quartz in there. I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? There. Been picked at. That's a real dirty looking quartz, so you can just see all little specks and sparkles. Oh, so I've got to try and move. Oh. And yeah, you will get dirty in these mines, guys, so wear old clothes as well. You can just smell all different smells. Sorry guys, my nose is just real sensitive. Can't tell. No, it's not quartz. And also the different lighting will show you different things. I think I'm using two, and I'm thinking, yeah, an LED on my camera, and then LED, well, a lesser brighter LED on this spotlight. Well, it's actually brighter, I should say, for a little LED. It's really bright. So it's a good torch. You see all the blackness, the coloration. It just all changes. And doo-doo. Probably not what you guys want to see. No, that's just clay rock. B, he found an old, I think it was a bolt or a nail, big nail, old pin. It was split in half though. Thought, did you end up grabbing that or no? Yeah, no, so he ended up grabbing it. So some things, like, you can grab them from, like, little things like that. But if it's historical stuff, guys, just leave it alone. Because it's history. And, you know, you never know. You just leave it for others to discover. Because, you know, if everyone just pillages everything, you're not going to have anything to look at. So like these mines, you know, people haven't gone crazy in them as well. And down there, B's only grabbing tiny little samples. So he's not going absolutely crazy. And it's also, you get a quartz crusher to crush the rock into a powder, and your gold will be in the quartz. Or if you're in the river, it will be with all the heavy black sand at the bottom. So it's always good to remove the heavy rocks and the pebbles. But if you're gonna be digging and doing that stuff, make sure you cover it in and, you know, put it back the way nature had it. You know, so we see a lot of holes in the river. You just fill them in. Any bees picking down there? I'll try to zoom in for you guys. You can just see his head and torch. It might actually be the abominable yeti. You can see it reaching for its prey as it looks around hunting. But yeah, in these mines, guys, it is warmer. You just see so much shiny stuff. I don't know if you can see it over there, guys. You can just see 3 shiny things. Probably not. Because the eye will always be better than what a camera would be. And I know I've got high pixels on this camera, but it's just not liking the lighting. I'll try to see if I can see anything. It's not really focused, is it? So you can see all these tiny little sparkle bits, but you know, you can wipe it away and it's not gold, it's just little crystal formations. Like I was saying, your gold's going to be either down where B is or up here in this bad boy. But you can't go really picking at this, because as you can see, it's quite a big bit. And you don't know how unstable it will make the wall if you're smashing away at it. As you can tell, people left them. And you can see little bits. All little bits are here. So it's like where B is doing, it's not really going to affect the wall. Oh. Torch is playing up then. So as you can see, B's just taking a careful look. Climbing up. You can see all there, guys, it's real soft. Like sand. I'd say like river looking sand there. So that sort of stuff will be slippy. So about, I'd say, being about the center of the screen now. All that river sand, it would just be real slippy. But yeah, also guys, watch your heads as well, because as you can see, B's in a tiny area. Oh, not too sure if you guys can see. I'm stretching out as far as I can so I don't fall down. You can see him down there. And all the way down there. So yeah, you could tell how far it went as to the point B disappeared. And then you got all that loose rock there. It's just loose rock everywhere, guys, so you really need to watch your hands and footing. And yeah, you can tell B's not smashing away at a risky part of the wall. He's smashing a flat bit. And he's only sampling. And also, guys, if you come out on bush walks like this, bring food and water, because you will lose a lot of energy. And also, if you're worried about your health, bring a mask, gloves, boots and helmet. But it's your preference, really. I do recommend it so you're on the safe side. Because, yeah, you never know what can happen, guys. And I've smashed my head a lot. And, yeah, it's not fun. So, B down there is just using a little hammer, as you might be able to see it there. Only a tiny little hammer. It's like a little, it's a hand sledgehammer pretty much, these ones. Mash hammer. Probably the more technical word. But watch out for that rock fall above you too, B.
Yeah, I know.
That's real dodgy. It's just hanging on. Oh, I don't know how it's just hanging on either. Alright guys, I'll try to see if I can climb up here without knocking anything. So you can see there, it's just all waiting to go.
Do you have your bag with you?
My bag's all the way up at the entrance. Why?
Need a crevice tool, like just a pick.
Do you want the metal pick?
No, just something little-ish. Just to... Where did it go? Right there.
So B's got a little spot there. I think he's might have found. I'll try to stay with the camera up.
Not losing that bit in my mouth.
What is it?
Bit of gold.
How big?
Pickable size.
What, so it's just sitting in your mouth?
On my tongue.
So yeah, guys, it's inventive ways of doing things. B's found a bit of gold he decided to stick on his tongue. But yeah, be careful doing this stuff, guys. It is really dangerous. Because, yeah, your footing, as you can tell, it's, yeah, you have little bits of room to work with. But you see, all just that. Just backfield. So guys, when you move and step, you can stir up the dust a little bit. You just taste it. But yeah, that's all backfield from there. There was a little mine that we went into, but it ended up being a dead end. Didn't look that interesting, so I thought I'd get this one. Need help? Or you right?
No, I'm good.
Oh, your head torch.
Yeah, I know.
Have you got your hammer?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, be careful doing this stuff, guys. Oh, and I just smashed my head like I was saying on that bit right there. So I'm probably bent over still and then still whacked my head on it. So you see how B is carefully stepping, using his balance.
There you go.
Hey, there you go, guys. I'll try so I can get it to focus a bit better. See that there, guys? Oh, it's not focusing. Look at that. Look at that baby right there. That's nice pure yellow gold as well. See that? Very pickable. But, like B said, what is it?
Gotta risk it to get a biscuit.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. I might end this one here, guys, because I'm gonna be. Oh, I could keep going and climb, but I'd rather end it here. Check out more mines and get more videos for you. All right, see you in the next one.